Nostrand Avenue due to water on the tracks. Flooding has also swamped the Newkirk Avenue, Little Haiti and President Street, Medgar Evers College stations on the 4 and 5 lines, and the 4th Avenue and 9th Street station on the F and G lines. The MTA also suspended northbound service on the B train Friday, after flooding at the Newkirk Plaza station in Flatbush. Rainfall also knocked out the southern end of the N train, with no service between Coney Island, Stillwell Avenue and Kings Highway. Meanwhile, hundreds of miles of coastline from New England to the southeast are on alert as tidal flooding impacts coastal communities from to combined effects of remnants of Tropical Storm Ophelia and king tides from the final supermoon of 2023. The remnants of Ophelia, combined with an approaching upper-level disturbance, is bringing heavy rains and triggering a flash flooding threat for millions in the Northeast and New England into the weekend. Meanwhile, the Forecast Center says that the onshore flow of winds, in addition to the upcoming supermoon, is increasing the coastal flood threat in that region. On top of what's falling from the sky, there are coastal concerns, Merwin said. That's from water being pushed in by strong winds. Winds could gust between 40 and 50 miles per hour along the coast, including Atlantic City on the Jersey Shore, and between 20 and 30 miles per hour in New York City, Long Island, and coastal areas of New England. Those wind speeds could lead to power outages due to some trees being brought down. Coastal flood alerts are in effect along the East Coast from the Northeast to the Mid-Atlantic because strong winds will push water onshore. Add to that the final supermoon of 2023, which will cause higher than average high tides, resulting in coastal communities up and down the East Coast experiencing moderate to major flooding. One of the cities that could see major coastal flooding is Charleston, South Carolina. That city already saw flooding when Tropical Storm Ophelia made landfall in North Carolina last weekend. The Chesapeake Bay is also at risk of flooding as tides run higher than usual and strong winds push large amounts of water farther inland. The coastal flood warnings are also in effect along the coast of southeastern Georgia and northern Florida, including Savannah in Georgia and Jacksonville in Florida. A coastal flood advisory is for nuisance flooding during high tide. You might have a couple inches of water show up, you can drive through it, but you need to be vigilant, Merwin said. A coastal flood warning means you could possibly have 1 to 2 feet of above normally dry ground. That's talking about the difference between this is annoying, and I'm trying to get to work and holy cow. I have water that's surrounding my car, and now I'm stuck. The National Weather Service in Jacksonville is warning residents and visitors that roads may be closed in the region because of the flooding potential, and floodwaters may inundate low-lying buildings, including homes, businesses, and critical infrastructure. Weather Nation, which has nearly 270,000 ex-followers, shared a video showing vehicles waiting at a crossover, with water circling around them. They wrote, "This is the scene in Brooklyn where heavy rain has led to widespread flooding. Heavy rain will inundate transportation systems and likely cause flash flooding in some areas today," New York State Division of Homeland Security and Emergency Services Commissioner Jackie Bray said. This means that it will be dangerous to travel, especially by car. Bray said his agency is coordinating deployment of multi-agency flood rescue teams to Hudson Valley and Long Island.
Is a diplomatic editor of prominent Indian newspaper, The Hindu.
FDA is actually supposed to boost India-Canada trade to much higher levels.